afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. All right, so thank you very much for signing up. Respectfully, I want all of you to uh, mute yourself, and then we can begin the class. We shall start in the next 5 minutes so that we can admit. I think we can start. We can start in the interest of time. So let me welcome you to Econ 102, which is Introduction to Economics 2. And what we are basically going to do today is a very short introduction to walk you through the course outline and then work out a few expectations, and then we'll take it from here. All right. So for the purpose of introduction, my name is Dr. J. My email is on the screen. My office hours is also captured on the screen, as well as my office location. I am sharing this information in the interest of those who may want to reach out to me for some engagement. All right, so that is it. All right. So let's spend some little time looking at the course description. This course is a continuation of Econ 101. And in Econ 101, what we basically did was to look at a branch of economics, which is microeconomics. And you recall that in introduction of economics, so what you basically did in the first semester. Joshua, mute yourself, please. So what you did in the first semester was microeconomics, and for this semester we are going to focus on macroeconomics. So how are you going to be evaluated? At the end of the semester, you are going to be evaluated on 2 levels. You are going to do a continuous assessment. Of 30%, and then an end of semester exam of 70%. The continuous assessment will be based on set of assignments and then mid-semester exams.
8 pieces.
So take note of this.
70 cedis.
Nana Kojo, please mute yourself. All right, so continuous assessment will be based on assignment and mid-semester exams. And the date, time, and venue for all of these things will be announced in the process of time. So kindly have that in mind. Respectfully, can you all mute yourself? Please? All right, so I've attached the reading list for you, but as usual, we are going to share with you the course materials, which will be uploaded on the Sakai very, very soon, so that you can follow whatever we shall be doing. But I've attached the course outline and then the reading material, so that for those of you who may want to do further studies, you can do some further consultations. So lecture 1 will look at the course overview and introduction to macroeconomics. So basically what we are doing, macroeconomics, we'll look at the scope and application of macroeconomics, and then we'll look at the goals of macroeconomic policy. This will be the introductory, lecture. Then in lecture 2, we will spend some time looking at national income accounting. And by national income accounting, we are looking at the circular flow model of income and expenditure. We'll look at the measurement of national income, and then we'll look at the 3 approaches to measuring national income, i.e. the product approach, the expenditure approach, and then the income approach. All right, so this will form the base of national income accounting. Let me emphasize, however, that we are going to spend 2 weeks to look at national income accounting. So lecture 2 will be national income accounting 1, and then lecture 3 will be national income accounting 2, where we'll look at how to interpret national income and output measures. All right, so we'll look at the cost factor cost. We'll look at GDP versus GNP. We'll look at nominal versus real measures, and then we'll look at measurement issues. What are some of the challenges that we face in the computation of the national income and the relevance of computing national income, statistics. So these will be the base of lecture 3. In lecture 4, we will look at the price level and inflation. All right, so I'm sure many of us may have heard the word inflation before, and we want to look at the measurement of inflation. We want to look at the definition of inflation, the measurement of inflation, how to compute the consumer price index, how to use the GDP deflator to measure inflation, what are the effect of inflation, and how do we control inflation, in an economy. So these are matters that we'll look at and go deeper in lecture 4. Then in lecture 5, we'll consider a topic that is crucial for all of us. We'll look at the economic definition of unemployment. How do we measure unemployment? What are the types of unemployment? What are the consequences of unemployment? And how do we overcome the nemesis of unemployment? All right, so these are very crucial matters that we need to bear, in mind. All right, so we'll look at these things in the process of time. Then in lecture 6, we will look at economic growth. And by economic growth, we're asking ourselves, how do we measure the growth of an economy? How do we know that an economy is growing? So what are the indices of growth? So we'll look at measures like potential GDP and the GDP gap. We'll look at the determinant of economic growth. We'll understand why 2 nations may be blessed with the same resources, but one nation may be doing better, than the other. Why is it that America is richer than Ghana, and Ghana is also richer than another country? These are matters that we'll explore further, and economic growth. Then in lecture 7, we will open up our lenses to what we call the international or the external market, and we'll look at the balance of payment. Ladies and gentlemen, you would understand that an economy is not an island. If we take Ghana, for instance, we do business with the rest of the world. So if Ghana engages in an economic transaction with the rest of the world through import and export, how do we manage the accounting technicalities of such a transaction? We need what we call the balance of payment. So we'll look at the balance of payment. We'll look at the structure of the balance of payment. We'll look at the accounting principle of the balance of payment. And then we'll look at the interpretation of the balance of payment. Okay, so if Ghana exports more than we import, or we import more than we export, what are the implications? How do we capture this in the balance of payment? These are matters that we shall avert our minds to. In lecture 8, we'll look at the exchange rate. And now every Ghanaian is talking about the cedi to the dollar. And we wonder if the dollar is the only foreign currency. And under this topic, you'll understand further why, even though there are other currencies, the dollar seems to gain a lot of dominance and recognition as an international currency. What determines the movement of the exchange rate? If the cedi to the cedi is going up, what does it mean? What are the implications for the economy? If the cedi dollar ratio is coming down, what are the implications, for the economy? And what factors can trigger alignment or fluctuations in the exchange rate? We'll look at these things in lecture 8. Then the icing on the cake, a financial system. And here we'll look at the barter system of trade. We'll look at the origins and the evolution of money. We'll look at the definition of money. And then we would avert our mind to banking. How does central banking operations work? What are the differences between the commercial banks and the central banks? And then we'll look at issues that has to do with the interest rate. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the proposed structure of how we shall be navigating our path in the days and the weeks ahead of us. And let me put on record that as the course lecturer and examiner, I will relinquish some of my powers to Evans, who is joining us on this Zoom as the tutor to assist with this course. So anytime Evans meets you, you should know that he has my backing. And if there is any information that I need you to know, he will be mine to convey such information to you. Say hi to the students so they can recognize your voice, and then we can talk about other matters. Evans.
All right. Good evening, class. Thank you very much, Doc. I think this may have been your tutor last semester, but not so much close with the lecturer like I am to Dr. Prince. Like he said earlier, I will be helping him handle the course. If there's any challenge in between the class, or there is a portion of the lecture you did not understand, I couldn't explain to your satisfaction, he shared his contact with you. If there's any problem I couldn't solve or I couldn't resolve for you, you can always walk to him. He's very receptive, and I believe that he will handle issues that I'm not able to resolve for you appropriately. I also understand from your colleague you have another class, so I wouldn't want to take much of your time. I hope to arrange a class for you subsequently so that we see the way forward. Thank you for joining the class.
All right, thank you, Evans. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, I'll open the floor for just 5 questions and comments, and then we shall bring this meeting to an end. Evans will arrange with you when the next meeting would be, and I will take you from there. So I'm giving just 5 minutes for 5 comment and suggestions. If there is none, we will sign off, and then thank you for your time. Okay, so I can see Prince in Cancer Asari. Prince,
Hello,
you
sir.
have the floor.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Prince, you have the floor.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you.
Okay. Please, my Prince in Cancer Ansari, the course coordinator for
All right.
the Econ 102. Okay. So, sir, please, this semester I want to ask, we'll be having quizzes and then IAs to help our studies.
All right. All right. Yes, we shall have some quizzes and some eyes, which will form the 30%. So, I as I indicated earlier, we shall indicate to you the date and times for these activities. But we are sure that there will be more exercises to do to build your confidence level and also to help you get a very good continuous assessment. All right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Enoch, I saw your hand. Enoch.
That was my concern. I had wanted to ask the mode of the exams, and I think that is what he also